Okay, now we're looking at the upgrade screen or the general ship editor screen. These buttons over here work just like they did on the mission screen. We see a little bit of information that says we've got some cash. We currently have a really bad energy supply. We're using 15 more units than we produce. And the hull has an acceleration and turn rate of these values. And right now we have no attack. These represent internal systems which are provided as part of the hull. Every hull is provided the exact same internal systems. And they are a minimum necessary for that hull. You need an engine, you got to have an FTL drive, you need a helm, some life support, some sensors, a shield, and a tractor. So, and you can, as you saw me doing, you can hover the mouse over it and you can get a sense of how badly damaged it is or isn't. Okay. At this point, we're looking at a completely empty hull. We haven't put anything into it, and this is the captain's name. This is a name that I particularly like to use. Now, we don't have any repairs to do, so that button's been grayed out. But if we had a fully equipped ship and we had some damage, then we would see the cost and it would be enabled. These represent pallets. So here's the engineering pallet, weapons, defensive systems, and support systems. Now, one of the quickest ways to equip your ship for a particular mission, since we've just come from the mission screen, we can click on auto figure. And so we have now got a configured ship that says, oh, it knew we were going to do a smuggler mission. We've got, let's see, 7 cargo pods and 1 reactor. So our acceleration has been reduced to 2 and a turn rate of 3, and we have a positive energy generation of about 11. And of course, we still have no attack value. At this point, we could click autoplay and it would go play the mission. If you wanted to, and a choice you have to make, is maybe I would like to try to get this mission done a little sooner. So I could click on my FTL drive and click here to remove the cargo and click again to put in the FTL drive. We go, oh, okay. So I didn't really change these values, but you will get to your start point destination sooner. It's always a trade-off. Experiment, or you can cheat and go look at the tips section to figure out which way you should go. If I changed my mind, I can always go back to the cargo and put the cargo back in. And when we do some other, actually let's just go through the pallets in general. This is your FTL drive and it controls the speed between the star systems. This is your ion engine and it controls your ability to accelerate and turn during battle. These are 3 separate reactors. They each have, and you'll notice, their cost and their power generation is listed on the right. In the case of weapons, we've got 3 types of beams: a particle beam, a Q gun. Notice that the power is red. That says it's going to consume it, or as opposed to produce it. We've got 3 kinds of missiles and 3 kinds of projectile weapons. In the defensive systems, we have shields. Now, shields are going to be real effective against energy weapons, but they're less effective against missiles, and in the case of some projectiles, they're ignored. We've got armor, which is more effective against missiles and projectiles than it is against beam weapons. This point defense laser and the minigun help protect your ship against incoming projectiles and missiles. Miniguns are only useful against missiles. Point defense lasers are good against missiles and somewhat effective against projectiles. In the support system, we've got a scanner. If you want to look at the inside of your opponent's ship, you're going to need one of these. Sensors, which we already have over here, would improve the ability of our defensive weapons to shoot down incoming missiles and projectiles. A security system is used for boarding or protection of your ship. This is a tractor, and it would be in addition to this tractor, and would allow you to tractor objects at a higher speed. This is a tractor shear, and it's used to negate other tractors on a one-for-one basis. So if you feel like you're worried about being tractored by another ship, then you want to put one of these on. This is the weapons console, and is required to fire any offensive weapons. Excuse me. More than one of these will reduce the lock-on and cooldown times for your weapons. This is a helm, and each one of these, in fact, we'll put one of these on, and notice our acceleration and turn is 2.5, 3.5. When we put it on, we go up to 3 to 4.8. Now, this doesn't help us get to our destination sooner, and if we were going to be in a combat mode, it might be useful. So for right now, we're going to put the cargo back. And then this is life support. And what happens with life support is that the more life support you have, the fewer casualties you'll take in your crew as a result of damage. And that concludes all of the pallets and a simple configuration for a smuggler. The next training video will actually be the start of a smuggler mission.